In Movies and Money, the Toronto Film Festival is back. Let's check in now with our movie man on the scene, Erik Childress, joining us from Canada. Hello to you, Erik.
Hi, Angie.
This festival is considered the beginning of the upcoming awards season. What are some of the films getting Oscar buzz?
Thank you, Angie. This was actually my first in-person trip to any festival, aside from the Chicago Critics Film Festival, of course, since Sundance in 2020, and it was great to get back into the fold, if only for a few days this year. Now, maybe the best film I saw that is going to draw a lot of attention from critics with their awards that will hopefully translate into Oscars is Sarah Polley's phenomenal Women Talking. Now, this is a story of a group of women from a religious colony who have been horribly abused and lied to about it, who form a debate group on whether or not to fight back or simply just leave. It stars Rooney Mara, Claire Foy, Jessie Buckley, and a host of incredible women, and it is a powerful film that should draw multiple acting nominations, as well as a few for Polley herself, who I think could at least be in line to win one of the screenplay Oscars this year. Then there's also been a lot of attention on Darren Aronofsky's The Whale, specifically for Brendan Fraser's portrayal of a depressed 600-pound man who is eating himself to death after a tragic loss in his life.
You had the opportunity to screen the new film in the Knives Out series coming to Netflix in December. Here's a quick look.
Lock the doors. Stay in your rooms. Everyone is in danger.
I really enjoyed Knives Out. Is there any chance we will be able to see this one on the big screen anytime soon?
Well, this is the multi-million-dollar question confronting Netflix at the moment with Rian Johnson's Glass Onion, the sequel to one of the biggest hits in the history of Lionsgate back in 2019. And what a loss it is for that studio, but how much of a gain will it be for Netflix? Given the reported financial issues and layoffs that have been plaguing their headlines this year, many are wondering when the streamer is going to start fully embracing theatrical windows for some of their bigger titles. Now, Glass Onion would be a heck of a place to start, given that the original Knives Out grossed over $165 million domestic and over $311 million worldwide. Not to mention that the sequel is just as good, if not better, than the original. Daniel Craig reprises his role as Detective Benoit Blanc and is brought into a Last of Sheila-like murder mystery game run by billionaire Edward Norton and features a suspect list of Janelle Monáe, Kate Hudson, Dave Bautista, and Leslie Odom Jr. Now, the film is very funny without losing a bit of the cynical real-world edge that the original had. And even though I was a bit more ahead of the mystery on this one, there are still more than enough twists and turns to keep audiences on tilt. I think it would be in Netflix's best interest to put some effort into a theatrical release because this is a genuine audience pleaser that will play great with a big crowd.
What's the word on another potential Oscar contender with one of our greatest living filmmakers turning the camera on himself? What did you think about Steven Spielberg's The Fable Man?
It is simply wonderful, Angie. Steven Spielberg is the primary reason why I do what I do, and there was a real joy watching what is essentially the big screen origin story of one of my personal film heroes. Now, the film stars a terrific new find in Gabriel Labelle as a teenage version of Spielberg named Sammy Fableman, who discovers his love of film at an early age as both spectacle and a means for dealing with a world that is at odds in their understanding of each other and his place in it. Now, Paul Dano and Michelle Williams play his parents, and Seth Rogen plays the family friend that is an influence on young Sammy in a variety of ways. Any student of Spielberg is going to have a blast watching how he created some of his early films, talking well before Duel and Jaws here, and how the magic of those creations became an element for catharsis for not just him, but those around him. Now, many are pegging that this could be one of the Oscar frontrunners, now potentially with Spielberg winning his third Best Director Oscar. I am pretty certain that we will be seeing Michelle Williams taking home the statue for Best Supporting Actress next March. And I hope audiences will come out to see this in what is becoming a string of major directors reflecting upon their childhood. And as I said at the festival, movies are healing, movies are memories, movies are for the best and worst of us. Steven Spielberg has been making them for us for decades. He has now made one for himself, and he has earned it.
Thank you, Erik, and safe travels back to America.
Thank you, Angie.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.